Welcome to the Wild Mom Podcast. This is your sacred space where mystic moms come together to explore the magic of raising sovereign new earth kids while navigating their own spiritual journey with ease, grace, and flow. I'm your host, Emily Mioto, and I'm here to guide you as you step boldly into your power as a cycle breaker, a way shower, and a heart-centered mama on a mission. Here, we'll dive into the tools, the wisdoms, and the practices to help you feel supported, held, and seen as you balance motherhood and mysticism, creating a life that is not just aligned, but also deeply fulfilling for you and your family. So, if you're ready to embrace your wild side, rewrite the rules, and raise the next generation with confidence and love, you are in the right place. Welcome to the Wild Mom Podcast, where your soul's purpose meets the magic of motherhood. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Wild Mom Podcast. I'm your host, Emily, and today we're talking about the most important thing for you to have strong, for you to have in general as a mystic mom. And this was really inspired by my birth story with my daughter. It was very traumatic. I was in a fear-based place. I'll say that, I'll be honest. I had little confidence in myself to be able to say no to doctors when they cut her umbilical cord and they took her away and I couldn't touch her for 4 hours. It was traumatic. And the biggest thing that was impacted was my connection with her, my deep, sacred bond with her. Because I missed that golden period. I missed being able to even touch my daughter until 4 hours later. There was no skin-to-skin contact. Something that I had craved and I knew its importance. And that lack of connection created more anger and resentment and anxiety. And I went through a period of about 6 to 8 months of postpartum anxiety, depression, anger. I hated the experience. And once I decided to shift and come back to the deep understanding and wisdom and knowledge that my bond with her is so important, had so much impact on her, did I focus on that solely to connect her and I. And once I connected her and myself, and once we cleared the trauma from the birth, from myself and her, I cleared the resentment from myself. I balanced my hormones. Like I was focusing all of the tools that I have at my disposal. I was doing theta healing on a daily basis, and I brought myself to the place where I rewrote my birth story. My daughter and I had our sacred bond back. And now we were able to do things that were considered quote unquote impossible. She was opening portals. We were telepathically speaking to each other. I was able to connect with her energy and do healings with her so effortlessly, and she has already started taking that on herself. And what I discovered from this is that first step is, yes, you build that bond with your child. But the next step, the next realization that now that you have this bond, whether or not it is strong or not, that bond is there. We just want a more cosmic bond. But that bond is always there between you and your child. Then we have to understand that how we think and feel and act is impacting our kids. So let's get into today's episode. Now, mom and child is so deeply connected. And I say this in so many of my bigger offerings, pretty much any of my posts. Mom and child bond is so important. It is this bond that is going to shape how your child grows up, what they believe about themselves, what they believe is right and wrong, what they believe is possible for their life. It is because of this bond that they are either going to grow up inside of the matrix or sovereign. And I know that sounds like a great amount of pressure on you, but it's also the greatest responsibility, job, purpose that you could have here on earth. You are going to be shaping the next generation's mind. You are shaping how the conscious collective evolves. And the most powerful way this is done is through your belief systems. It's through your belief systems that you hold as a mom, whether it's from your own childhood, whether it is from 7 generations past, which you hold in all of your cells, tissues, and organs, whether it is from past lives or in between lives, wherever you have picked up your belief systems, you are shaping how your kids see the world through that. And most of the time, we're actually walking around. We are walking around blind to what is actually held in our belief systems, in our subconscious mind. And so what I really want to emphasize and talk about is the role that you have as a mom to a newer child, a child that is already coming into this world more aware, with a greater level of consciousness, more self-mastery, stronger intuition. And they need a mom who is going to be showing up for herself to show them that they can show up for themselves, because they are wildly different than past generations. They are wildly different than majority of kids. And if you haven't downloaded the newer child checklist yet, you can do so. I'll add it into the description so you can figure out if you have a new earth child. Chances are, if you're listening to this podcast, you do. However, because you have a new earth child that is already so tapped in to source, you want to be able to know what belief systems you are holding on to as a mom, so you can do the work to change them, so your belief systems don't put them back in the matrix, don't instill fear into them, don't instill doubt and self-sacrifice and self-sabotage and guilt into them. I know it sounds like a really big responsibility. It may feel like there's even a weight on your shoulders of you now having to do extra work. And I want to remind you that you were on this path for a reason. Your child chose you for a reason, because you had the strength and the confidence and the ability to do this reprogramming work, to clear your energy centers, to clear your subconscious from that which is keeping or has kept you in the matrix up until this point. I am so passionate about this because it is because of these fears and these conditionings and beliefs that we are holding on to that is creating more of a fear-based mentality around birth and the removal of our autonomy and sovereignty in the birthing process as moms. It is because of this fear and this worry that so many more moms are experiencing postpartum depression, because the disconnect between mom and child keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It is because of those belief systems that you're holding on to from your childhood that more and more children are feeling insecure in their body. More and more kids are growing up feeling disconnected from other human beings. And more children are going to end up doubting their beautiful, divine, intuitive abilities that all kids come into this world with, but most lose it at the age of 7 because of their parents' fear around the invisible world, around trusting their intuition, because they themselves doubt their own intuition. And so this topic is so important. It's pretty much the basis of my whole business, is empowering you as a mom to be sovereign, to know what belief systems you're holding on to so you can remove them so your kids no longer have to hold on to them, to understand how belief systems are developed So you can also ensure that your child is growing up with empowering ones that are going to allow them to feel confident in themselves and embody self-love and be successful and healthy. I just finished the 3-day basic DNA Theta Healing Seminar this past weekend. And my God, was it such an honor to witness these empowering moms, powerful moms, who were clearing so much from their body, so much from their chakras, so much from their auric field. These moms in the seminar, before we even completed, there were some of them that were releasing spirits from their kids. Some of the moms noticed a complete shift in the experience with her and her child, the connection between her and her child. These moms are doing amazing things, and you are doing an amazing thing. By listening to this podcast, I know that you're wanting to do this work. And you wanting to do this work is what makes you the perfect mom for your child. But you have to know where to start. You have to know exactly what to do about it. Because I could tell you all day the importance of knowing your belief systems, the importance of reprogramming them in yourself, the importance of healing yourself for your kids. I could tell you about all of that. And if I don't then tell you how to do it, you're not gonna do it. Because your subconscious minds want something that's easy and effortless. I know you want something that's easy and effortless. And that's why I created the 3-day Mystic Mom Reset, to get you started on this. That's why I offer so many videos to just give you the activations that are going to allow you to now show up differently for your child, to strengthen that bond between you and your child, you and yourself, your inner mystic, you and creator. So whether it's the 21-day free Mystic Activation Challenge, whether it is the 3-day Mystic Mom Reset, whatever you feel called to, the 21-day Mystic Activation Challenge is more focused on you as a mom. You as a woman who is just going through the journey of discovering her inner mystic and embodying that and showing that to the world. The 3-day Mystic Mom Reset is focused on the top 3 struggles that you are facing in being a mystic mom and going through your own spiritual journey while also raising a sovereign new earth kid. So it's giving you the tools to have that divine balance between the two. But I created these for you so you had that starting point. So you didn't have to worry about how am I going to do this? My next Theta Healing Seminar is, the basic one is, I'm pretty sure it's in June. So it's a couple of months away. And I don't want that to stop you from being able to clear this and deepen that connection with your child, because it is so important. The most important thing for you as a mom is to have that strong cosmic bond between you and your child. And the first place to start is doing that work on yourself. Because I know it'd be so much fun to just go right into all the energy healing that comes with you being a mystic mom. I get it. That's the fun part. But if you're holding on to beliefs that I'm unworthy of being a healer, that I am not good enough as a mom, that I doubt my intuition, that energy healing stuff won't even work for you and your kids to deepen that bond, to speak telepathically with them, to notice the spirits in their auric field and release them, to program their food and their bath and their nap and all the clothes that come to them to clear any energetic cords from it. It won't work because your belief systems are telling you it's not possible, that you'd then be passing on to your kids, and the cycle continues. And this is why we can hold 7 generations of beliefs within us, because they just get passed down and we don't even realize why we doubt our intuition. So you, as that mystic mom, that bond is so important. Just remember that connection between you and your child is so important. You are their teacher. What you feel about yourself is what they will feel about them on some level. And I know it may seem overwhelming. And that's why I have taken the liberty of providing you with the activations to assist you so you can have this be done in ease, grace, and flow. So a little bit of that overwhelm and that responsibility is taken off of you. There's so many activations on YouTube, and they're all completely free. Find one that resonates with you, let your intuition guide you, and start there. If you're unsure where to start this healing and what beliefs you need to work on. However, if you know that you are struggling with having that balance between your own spiritual journey and raising a sovereign new earth kid, then I highly suggest the 3-day Mystic Mom Reset series. If you're wanting to just go through a whole transformation within yourself, which is a perfect time right now because it's January, it's our hibernation period. It's like that go inward, just clear so much. So in the spring and summer, you can just express more. If you're ready for that really big, deep alchemy journey for yourself as a woman and a mom and a mystic, then the 21-day Mystic Activation Challenge on YouTube is for you. And if you have any questions and you have beliefs that you want to know more about how it impacts you and your kids, let me know. Send me a DM on Instagram. Leave a comment on this podcast. Send me an email. Let me know what you are navigating through as a mystic mom, what beliefs you feel are holding you back from deepening that connection with you and your child, or feeling sovereign, empowered, feminine, at peace for yourself. And I will do the activations to reprogram that for you, to release that from you, to clear all that from your auric field so you can begin to have that deeper connection with your child right now. I love you. I see you. I honor you. I thank you for being here, for doing this work. And we'll chat soon.